Okay, as of this morning,
Okay.
are you number one in your class? Are you close? And do you check every day?
All right. As of this morning, I am number one in my class. I don't check every day. It's more, I think my parents care more than I do.
Okay.
But I think the way it's going to turn out, unfortunately, I think I am going to get passed. It's not because I did anything wrong.
Okay.
It's because I opted not to take any college classes because of sports and my already AP schedule and everything. I opted not to take college classes to overwhelm myself because I wanted, I knew wrestling season and football season would really take a lot of time. I wouldn't have time to put forth. But there is another student who's taking a college class, and that has a higher weight or whatever than my AP classes. So I guess he has potential to pass me, but I'd be number 2 then.
Is that competition kind of like athletics in a way? Or, I mean, is it important to you to be at the top there, or
really
1 or 2?
It isn't. Coming into high school, I never told myself that was, something I wanted to accomplish. It's just something that, I chose this academic schedule that I wanted to take and pushed myself, and I just, did so well that I never really had to worry about something. So, I think, in a way, I'm more proud of the fact that I've been able to be number 1 since freshman year.
Right.
And
so valedictorian, salutatorian,
it
doesn't
matter.
Doesn't matter, but
I know I've done enough and done well that I'm proud of what I've done, what I've accomplished and everything. So,
okay.
Yep.
So the school side of it was just as important as the sports
Yeah,
stuff, because the sports stuff is fun.
Even more so. I mean, my parents always told me educate. My mom's a teacher, and she just always told me to keep my grades up and everything, and that grades and academics are more. Will take me farther than sports, especially with wrestling being my sport. I mean, there's nothing to do after college. It's not a professional sport. I mean, the most you can do is if you're really good at freestyle, go to the Olympics or something, or become a coach. But so making sure my academics were good has always been pretty much the main point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you pick a major for Drexel yet?
Yeah, mechanical engineering.
Ooh.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Okay. To do what, hopefully? Knock on wood.
I do not know. I'm really interested in, we have a CAD class here at school, and we use computer programs to design parts and machines and things like that.
Okay.
And I'm actually pretty good at that. I have an independent study with it, with our CAD teacher, and it's just something that really interests me. So I'd actually been looking into schools to be a drafter.
Okay. Quarryville to Philly.
Yeah.
Culture shock coming.
Right.
You ready for it?
I am actually. That's one of the main reasons I wanted to go to Drexel. Before, I was actually looking at. I was pretty set on going to Bucknell for a while, my junior year or last year, but going to visit. I thought growing up in a rural area, not a lot going on around here. So I figured, I'd be comfortable with that, going to a Bucknell where it's pretty small, the campus is not a big population or anything, and it's just kind of in the country too. And then once Drexel contacted me, I thought I went and visited the city and just fell in love with it. I've always liked going to the cities with my mom on trips and stuff like that. I enjoyed being independent, doing my own thing. There's just so much going on. So I knew I'd enjoy it, and then that's really gonna help me decide what I want to do in life, because if I like the city, I mean, city life versus country life, I kind of figure out where I want to be, what I want to do, stuff like that.
Right. So. Sure. No, I hear you. How cool was it to wrestle here? Well, you guys have a great program.
It was cool.
I mean, good team and teammates.
I think, we've had a good history in the past. We had really good teams in the 90s and things like that. So that really added to it. But I don't think necessarily being here necessarily added to it, but the fact being with who I was with is what really added to the whole wrestling thing, because going through elementary and junior high and everything, I knew we had a pretty good set of core group of wrestlers and everything that was good. So then we came to the high school and we just really blossomed into a really, really good team. That was really exciting. Even my freshman year, that's really when we started progressing. We knew we'd be something special in a couple of years, because I think we were second maybe at leagues and second in the or counties and things like that. So we knew we were gonna be good, and then a couple of years later, last year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year, we've been. I think we've been league champs or runner-ups one of the years, but we've been back-to-back league champs and section champs. So pretty exciting.
That's fun stuff.
Yeah,
that's fun stuff.
Cool. I qualified for states as a team last year. Never done that before. So that's exciting.
How good's this Haynes kid?
Oh, yeah, he's good. He's really good.
He gets a little pub if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, he's really good.
You look up to him. I mean, he's younger than you, but I mean,
I think it's been really good being with Thomas because not only is he like really good, like obviously he's really good, but he's just bigger than me. That really helps too. It helps me with like wrestling someone bigger than you. Teaches you have to stay in good position all the time because you're not gonna get like the shots and finishes that you get on someone your size or someone smaller because you're gonna have to work for it. So he's really helped me with that. I wrestle him every day, so it's just helped both of us. He has someone to wrestle, and I have someone to wrestle. So that's
you
really
make
good.
each other better. I'm quite sure.
We make each other better. And
will you win 4 in a row?
I don't really see anyone touching Thomas, at least not in Pennsylvania. I know there's some kids that are ranked above him, like in the country or nationally ranked above him. I'd love to see him wrestle. I don't think he ever will, though, just because where they're from and stuff like that.
Right.
But I don't see anyone touching Thomas in the near future.
That'd be a pretty cool accomplishment if you could rip that off.
Sweet.
Are you proud of what you've done? I mean, you look at your records and wins, and you're averaging like 35 wins per season, and district champs and all this stuff.
Right.
What's that mean to you? You get a kick out of that as much as getting an A on a paper?
I do. I mean, to me. But wrestling's one of those things where I wasn't always that good at wrestling. When I was little, I was not bad. Like, I'd win, and I'd always usually place at a tournament. I normally wouldn't win tournaments and things like that. And then coming up through junior high, same thing. Like my first year of junior high, like I was a good wrestler, but I wasn't the best. And then 8th grade year, I went undefeated. But wrestling's one of those things I've actually had to work at. So I think I am really proud of myself. The fact that something that wasn't naturally necessarily gifted in. Like you look at Thomas, he's naturally gifted. That kid's insane. He's so big, and for his age and everything, he's just a tank. But wrestling's one of those things that I've had to put a lot of time into and effort to really get better. So I am really proud of myself. And growing up, my dad was a wrestler too. My family is a big wrestling family. And my dad qualified for states when he was in high school, so it was always a goal of mine just to make it to states, and his too. Like he just told me he'd be happy and content if I ever made it to states. But I just, I wanted to push myself farther, and then getting into high school, I just knew wow, I can really achieve this. So not only just making the states, but then placing at state series in a row is pretty sweet, and doing things I never thought I'd accomplish, like placing at Powerade and things like that. So.
Freshman year, when you come in here, are you thinking, I want to finish first in my class. I want to win all these wrestling tournaments. I'm going to get a scholarship to go to college. Did any of that stuff cross your mind 4 years ago?
Coming in the high school freshman year, I wanted to do the best I could academically. I never told myself, I want to be number one. I just told myself, Connor, I don't want to sell myself short. I want to make sure that whatever classes I take, I do well in. I think in high school I've only gotten 1 B, and that was in an AP class. My goal was actually to get all A's. I never wanted to get a B. Okay. So I had 1 B AP class, 89%. I think that was actually last marking period. Oh. I have AP Physics. It's the toughest class I've ever taken. But that's academically. Sports-wise, I told myself, my goal then was just, I want to make it to states, and then as high school progressed, I thought I want to place at states. I can definitely place at states and everything. So that's sort of where I was with that. And honestly, I never had any intention of wrestling in college or getting a scholarship until my, I think, late sophomore year, early junior year, when I just saw that hard work I put in really paid off.
Sum up your experience here, if you can. How fast did those 4 years go?
Looking back on it, it was fast. It didn't seem fast as it was going, but as the years went by. But now looking back on everything, it did go really fast. It does hard to believe that 2-3 weeks I'll be I'll be done school. So, but I have a fear that I'm gonna go to college and be wow, I'm graduated. I know that, but I can't believe I'm in college. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be surreal.
You proud of what you accomplished here?
Yeah,
you're leaving quite a legacy here. Yeah, legacy's a big word for you, but you did a lot here. Yeah. And are you proud of that? And people are going to be talking about you for a long time around here.
I'm really proud of, especially more so with the sports and everything, because Coach Little's a coach that very much likes to say refer to teams of the past. Okay. So being in the wrestling room for 4 years, I've always heard of all these teams and all these different wrestlers and everything.
And you looked up to all those guys,
Yeah.
and now all the next kids coming up are going to look up
really
to what
cool
you guys did.
knowing that we like got a kickstart, getting the program back to where it was a decade ago. So it's pretty exciting knowing that as part of that.
Do you have a most memorable moment? If you had to pick one?
I like to talk. I like to talk a lot. I don't know. But I was asked by the elementary program here, the Solanco Elementary Wrestling Program, if I would come and be like a guest speaker sort of thing at their banquet last year and this year.
Nice.
And also, there's a club in Lancaster called Lancaster Alliance Wrestling, and they asked me and Thomas to come talk too. So I like being able to talk to like younger wrestlers and things about wrestling and how like school is important too, and how losing isn't terrible. Like, because I was never the best at wrestling. I took some losses, but how hard work and everything pays off in the end. So that's really touched me. I just like being able to share like my experiences and things with others.
You're an ambassador, my friend.
Thanks.
Cool experience? Cool ride? Did you get everything out of here that you possibly could? Seems like it.
I think so. I mean, I don't really think there's anything in high school that I actually regret not doing. Especially, I kind of accomplished all this year then too.
Yeah.
This year I made sure I did things that I didn't get to do like my other years, but yeah, I've had a good time. So I've been